Happy hump day. Seattle scored a run in the top of the first inning, and as it turns out, that would be the only run of the day in the Mariners' 1-0 win at Baltimore yesterday. Randy Arozarena got aboard in the first, and Josh Naylor brought him home for the first and only run of the ballgame. From then on, it was a pitcher's duel as George Kirby earned his 8th win of the season, going 7 innings and allowing just 3 hits.
From start to finish as being the man on the mound right now, Dean Kramer.
There goes Randy, and he'll slide in without the throw. Rushman loses it in the transfer. And for Randy. And here's Josh Naylor, the only player in Major League history with 10 solo bases and 4 or more home runs first 15 games with the franchise. How about that? And he's first pitch swinging, and that's up the middle, base hit. Randy's going to score easily from second base as he trots across home plate. Just like that, the Mariners have taken a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Keeping that momentum, right? You travel all the way to the East Coast, so you have to, really manufacture some of that energy. But I love this, jumping all over some of these first pitches.
6 in the first inning in the first 2 games, then in the 5th and 7th Sunday. That ball is absolutely laced. Gunnar Henderson darted out of the box, and he will try to run to second, and he is going to be safe there. Right in the face of Tom Canzone. He double-dog dared him to get him out.
Looking for the final out here in the 4th. And he's going to get it. He strikes out Adley Rutschman. Is
the 117th start of his career, trying to get an out in the 8th inning as a starter for just the 3rd time. 2 breaking balls. This one hammered to right. Ryan Noda makes the catch and calmly lands into the padding. And Dean Kramer has his longest start in 3 years.
Mountcastle ready. Munoz is ready. 2 aboard. Ground ball is short. JP's got it. The throw to first, and the ball game is over. The Mariners shut out the Orioles here in Baltimore. 1-0. Munoz hung in there, and he picks up his 28th save of the season as the Mariners have now won 8 in a row. Guys out there at second base doing their happy dance.
Andres Munoz spoke afterward the ball game and said he really got dizzy on the mound and needed a moment to compose himself.
Yes, it was just a weird situation, and I've been in those situations before where I start to get like a headlight and I start to get a little bit dizzy, and normally I don't say anything, but I think that is something bad that I don't do often, that sometimes we need a little bit of time, and that is why I take my time. And obviously I don't want to delay the game or anything like that, but I feel like as soon as we got there, we're supposed to be like the best that we can, and sometimes we can't work like that, and that was why I take a little bit of time. Normally I don't do that. I always try to go through all those things, but I start to get a little bit too much dizzy, and I just don't want that something worse happen in that situation.
Powered through, and your teammates also helped you. What did they say to help calm you down a little bit?
Oh, like everybody starts to told me breathe, take your time. We don't have any rush to throw the next pitch, and I think those things help me a lot. Obviously, like I say, I don't want to do that. I never want to delay the game and all those things, but I think at that point in the game, we have to be very careful with all those things, because some bad things can happen, and we have to take care of that.
Manager Dan Wilson credited Kirby and the bullpen for a close win.
Heck of a ball game tonight. Not a lot of offense, but wow, what a job the pitching did tonight. George was outstanding. 7 strong, really threw the ball extremely well, and then the bullpen continued to slam the door there at the end of the ball game. I felt like he was just in control all night long, and we've talked about him getting deeper and deeper into games, more and more comfortable as he's gone here, and that was outstanding. I think for me, the 7th inning was very impressive. Getting towards the end there, but as we've seen with all our guys, leaving it on the field, emptying the tank there in that last inning. Really came out strong, and I thought he looked really strong there in the 7th, and it was just a great outing for him from beginning to end. This is what we play for, to be in these situations, and he did it in a big way tonight, and maybe that's part of it. I don't know. This is obviously when we need it from everybody, and George really brought it tonight and gave us an outstanding outing when we really needed it.
Seattle and Baltimore are playing again at Oriole Park today. That's right now on Root Sports Northwest. Seattle is now tied with Houston atop the American League West after the Astros were pounded by Boston 14-1. Texas is 6.5 games back after a 3-2 loss to Arizona. Athletics blanked Tampa Bay 6-0. The Angels edged the Dodgers on Joe Adell's walk-off RBI single in the bottom of the 10th inning, 7-6 the final. Well, the Seahawks continue the installation of a new offense in training camp at the VMAC in Renton. New offensive coordinator Klint Kukiak says quarterback Sam Darnold is leading every step in the process as Seattle moves forward.
Sam has done a phenomenal job, and we're adjusting to him. We want to play off his strengths. He's played a lot of football in the NFL. He's been accurate throughout camp, been a great leader, and as a coaching staff, we want to do what he does best. Yeah, they put a lot of time together. They've grown with the accumulated reps. I've seen progress there, and that's stuff that doesn't stop. They just got to keep the timing of the pass game is just about practicing it every day and staying on the details, and they've been good with that so far. We can get better. Well, the building block is your quarterback, and you're having a leader at quarterback, a guy that can run the show, and we have one of those. We got some really good young guys. Or Drew's not a young guy, but Drew's done a phenomenal job too. So it all starts with him, and I think we're happy to have Sam. I just want to keep getting him better.
Meanwhile, defensive coordinator Aden Durde continues to be impressed by rookies and those down on the depth chart capturing their moments to shine.
We spend a lot of time talking about the D-line. So, I feel with that position group, or all position groups, the more competition you have in that room, the better the standard of players. When you play a rotational-based defensive line, you're rolling people in, rolling people out. People have to learn to maximize plays. O'Connell, Gaines, Ivy, all these guys, what I'm seeing is they're learning when they go in, they have these few moments. And that's how their career will go as they grow, And if they take those moments, they have more opportunity. And he took an opportunity the other night, So now can he consistently do it? It's easy when you first jump out there and you're rolling. He's doing a great job, but now it's like this league is about doing it every day,
Seattle hosts the Kansas City Chiefs in their second preseason game Friday night at 7 o'clock. Many more starters are expected to get playing time in this one. It'll be broadcast on King 5 TV in Seattle. It will be Bellingham and Portland for the West Coast League Championship coming up tomorrow night. Bellingham won the North Division title after waiting out a 2-hour rain and lightning delay in Edmonton. The game final 5-2. Dominic Caban led the way for the Bells, going 2 for 5 with 2 RBI. Corvallis got out to an early 3-run lead, but Portland came back and tied it on Josh Schleichert's leadoff home run in the bottom of the 6th and took the lead later in the inning on Grafton Stroop's RBI single. Pickles' pitching staff held on from there for the 6-5 victory. Walker Stadium will be the site for tomorrow night's championship game as Portland tries to win back-to-back titles. First pitch is scheduled for 7:15. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.